uh, and you're someone who gets triggered really fast, I would suggest you not to listen to this. Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of MUGSHOT. So today we are going to have a very special guest, a good friend of mine, Yuga, who is the founder of DreamSparks and Shoal Shooter Media. He's a videographer and a photographer. So in this episode, he's going to be sharing with us his struggles and his journey as a videographer and photographer, and also a company CEO. So, how did you find the passion in videography?
I found the passion in videography. Actually, I started off as a photographer. Then I find that videography is more interesting because you have movement inside there, and it's more of an engaging way of storytelling. So that's how I find my passion in videography.
So, are you still doing photography as a part of it?
Yeah, but I'm only doing the studio shoots, no outdoor shoots.
Okay. So, what are the struggles you face as a videographer?
Struggles I face as a videographer, it's quite a number because I have been in this field for like say about 5 years. Okay, so the struggles, like when you start, it's usual. What the things that you get from your relatives and friends, like bro, can shoot this birthday for free, can shoot this what do you call this, wedding for free, like I can give you exposure, I can give you, it will be a good start and something like that. But what they don't get it is, and the equipments and everything that you buy, the equipments and the money you spend for your PC and everything, it's actually a lot. So they first thing they come up to you and they ask is, can I get free jobs from you, free stuffs, like editing for free, videography for free, drone for free. And yeah, then other than that, the struggle, like the recent ones that we face is, since this the cameras, what do you call this, very becoming very cheap. I mean, you can get a 4K camera, for 4K mirrorless camera, for just about what, 4K, 4,000, 3,500. So people who are like just doing this for fun actually are killing the market. What they will do is, they won't get a full equipment, full gear, something like that. They will just get a gimbal, they'll get a normal a camera, a 4K camera. Then what they will do is they will start charging people like 300, 200, like I'm talking about like a full-fledged event video, like a 4 hours, 5 hours video with editing, with teasers and everything. They charge them like, hey bro, I'll do it for 200, because for them it's not the money. It's like, oh, I just want to go and do, I just want to go and do. But what they don't realize is they are actually killing the market. For people like me who's doing this full time, and there's a lot of others doing this as full time, and we do this professionally, like we do this with the proper guidance and step. This when this like these people who's doing this for fun and they kill the market, it's very hard for us. Like when we go and approach a client and we tell them, like, if the client wants us to shoot for a nightclub and the night is about, let's say, about 4 hours, and we tell them, okay, our normal rate will be like 1,003 or 1,005, they'll be like, oh, come on, the price is like very high. I got a boy who can do it for 100. Why are you doing this? But what they don't understand is, the guy who does it for 100, his quality will be different with the price that we are charging. Because if we are charging 1,005, that means we are doing the work for 1,005. We are doing the work for 2,000. But the guy, all they see is just the price. Like, oh, there's a guy doing it for 100. Why don't you do it for like maybe about 200? Why are you charging me 1,005? So that's also a struggle.
Okay, so when you said about exposure, right? So let's say your friends, or whether it's a client, they tell you, okay, come and work with us, and you get exposure. But your work is already out there, right? I mean, if you're a new videographer, I kind of understand when a client says, okay, this is the exposure for you. but your work is already out there. So for them, for you, you can simply be like, you know what, I have my work out there, I have it on my Instagram, I have it on my social media, why do I need exposure? So can't
Yeah.
you like talk to them on that point?
Okay. Actually, it's a very good idea because like we put up our works on social media because okay, I treat my YouTube and my Instagram as a place where I can put up my work, and I'm not going there for the followers and for the views and stuff because it's like a online platform where anybody can look through your work. Let's say people ask you, bro, can you send me over your works that you've done before? I would like to work with you, or I would like your company to shoot with us, shoot for us, and I will just share the what do you call this, the Instagram link and my all my social medias and my online portfolios. But when I tell that to my client, uh, it will be like something like you telling them directly to their face, dude, I don't need your exposure. Your exposure doesn't pay my equipment. Your exposure doesn't pay my rental. But like we just want to give them a little bit of face, and we don't want them to. I don't want to hit them on their face, lah. It's just like telling them in a nice way that no, I can't do it for exposure. I charge for my works.
Okay, and you spoke about all this then part-timers who are doing this for a much cheaper price, right?
Yeah,
So obviously they're going to destroy, like you said, they're definitely going to destroy the market. So example, you're charging
exactly.
let's say 500 and they charge you for 100, but the quality of work is definitely I mean, obviously, you know, there's always a saying in business that your price determines your work, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
obviously
yeah,
when someone is offering you $100 and they're telling you like, okay, I'll do this for $100, that is something like, you know what, I can take my iPhone 11 and I can do a video like that, right? I
yeah,
mean that does make sense, right?
yeah,
So why don't all these clients think of the content that's being created? Because we are, you know, in a world where social media plays a very big role. If you look at most of the companies right now, they all go online. Like me
yeah, yeah,
personally, like what I do, right? I'm on the event line. So when
yeah,
it comes to events, content for me is very important. Like
yeah.
content is what is very important. So why do you think
Yeah.
these clients are not considering all this? And do you think it's just because of the cost they want to go for a cheaper price, or it's just that, you know what, whatever we post doesn't matter, we're still going to have our client?
Okay. This one part, I think like it might like well, what I'm about to say is like might piss people off, but this is the blunt truth. Okay, what's happening here is okay when there's this person A and person B. Person A has like 6 months or 1 year experience in videography, and person B has 5 years experience. Person B has equipment which is more suitable for the client's needs, so that's why he charges 1,500 or 2,000. But this person A is doing it for 200 or 300, and why the client goes for the price is first thing they have this one mindset in them where oh okay, we just put it in a way like let's say a bar or a restaurant. Oh, I have a restaurant, I have a business running, my business is good, I just need this to just boost my marketing. I don't need what do you call this, very expensive production crew to shoot my area, my outlet, like what do you call this, like a production, like a movie, like a short film or commercial like that. I just need somebody who can just get the job done. But what they don't realize here, they are actually risking the the at least okay, even the 200 that they're paying for person A, the first videographer who's charging cheaper, they are actually risking that one particular small money, which is definitely when the work comes out, they're gonna be like, dude, what is this? I thought you could do this, you could do that, but you say you're gonna achieve wonders, but you gave me like a work like this. And definitely they're not gonna choose the work, or they might just like, you know what, we paid for the work, just upload it on the website or somewhere. But in the long run, the person A will not get their clients back. It's something like for what we call it for long-term business. They are not going to get the clients back again. Like, hey, bro, last time you shot for me, I like the work. Let's. I got another friend who opened a bar. Can you do video works for him, visuals for him? They're not going to do that. That's what's going to happen. But and then like most of the clients, they have this thing in their mindset, which they have to get rid of is good things comes with good price. I mean, like definitely you can identify someone who is overcharging. Like let's say uh, 2 minutes highlights of a 4 hours night video. If the person is charging like 6,000, you know he's actually overcharging. But if the person is charging 2,000 and he's actually showing you what he's about to give and how he's going to shoot the night, and he's telling you how the whole thing is going to run, like okay, we're going to need two people to be actors inside this video, like the person who's opening the door, or the person who's being a flow through the video. And actually you can feel with the pre-production works. We have three stages in filmmaking and videography: pre-production, production, and post-production. When you look at their pre-production is where they plan the work, like okay, I'm going to shoot this, I'm going to shoot this, uh, so you can know, okay, this person knows what they're doing, so the money that they're charging is worth I'm paying and worth the work I'm going to get. Like, I mean, you and me personally, we have like experience before working, right? For videos and for your nights in clubs. So, like, I will actually, when you tell me, okay, bro, okay, I'm going to do it for this one club. Okay, let's say the club is Club X. Okay, I'm actually doing the night for this club, and the boss is a really nice guy, and I want to boost his business. That's what you're going to tell me. Okay, I'm going to do the launching. So I'll be like, okay, bro, let me get back to you in like one day. Then after that, I will call you the next day. What I will do is I will tell you, okay, bro, I actually did some uh, research on the club, and their place is actually nice. It's big, and it looks like they play a lot of lights at the DJ's area, and the audience area is close. Then you will be like, yes, bro, it's like kind of VIP club, and they prefer privacy. They want to focus on the DJ and the decorations. Then I'll be like, okay, bro, let's do this. You prepare three ambassadors girls and three ambassador guys. They're going to be the one that's talking before the video starts. And while the video is going, I need about two girls to be showing us the way, like establishment shot. I need them to be here. I need them to be here. Like we had this experience before, and you know how the work actually came out. The video is good, or is it engaging or not? So that's what I'm telling. And as a client, when you are paying and when you are actually going through this process of pre-production, you will actually feel, okay, this person actually is going to go deliver a good job for me. This person is actually investing his time to do planning on how to give out the best for my video, for my club, for my night, for my event or something.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so when it comes to videographer, right? So obviously you can either be a freelance videographer like you, or you can just join a company, you know, that is going to pay you monthly basics. So
Yeah.
which do you think is better, being a freelance videographer or working for a firm?
Okay, I think if you are okay, the both of it as a pros and cons. I'll just cut it short here, which is like if you're just starting off, if you have support, by support I mean financial support, you can get your gears and you can go out and try and shoot, because these gears are like a gimbal could cost you about 3 to 4K, and a camera could cost you about 4 to 5K, and you need a good PC to edit and stuff like that. Then you can start off as a freelance videographer. You can go out, shoot, and gain experience, and slowly you can grow bigger. But let's say you're not having a good financial support, uh, you can actually work in a firm, gain your experience, because when you work in a production house, or when you're working in a filmmaking house or something, a company like that, you can get experience. Of course, straight up, you won't become a director. They're going to ask you to join the crew, and first maybe you become a soundman, you become a foley, or you become a lightman, and you'll be assisting them in some aspects. But at the same time, the learning process is happening. So actually you can learn, okay, this is how you do, this is how the director runs the show, this is your pre-production, this is how you prepare things. So you gain experience. At the same time, you see what kind of people that approach and what kind of videos are there, and then maybe it can help you to find your niche, where whether you belong in wedding videography, or you belong in nightclubs, or you belong in modeling videography, filmmaking, or you belong in automobile, you know, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like the person's personal preference. Like for me, I can't work in a firm, because I started off as I saved up money, and I slowly got a normal camera. Then I got a very low end gimbal. Then I shoot the normal what do you call this small gigs, and I saved up money, and then I upgraded the equipment to a better ones. Then I slowly started the company. Then and then I find my friends to work with me, something like what do you call these associates. So like drone, 3D, VFX, and everything. So, but I if you choose the freelance way, it's going to be the hard way. But yeah, you get end of the day, you get end of the journey, you get a valuable lesson that when you go down, you know how to come up back again because you did everything from scratch. Both of it has pros and cons. You just have the person have to choose like, okay, do I have the money to go and buy my equipment? Do I have the resources to what do you call this to start up a production house, or I can just go as a solo person first and everything I do by myself. So it goes down to the person whether they can which one is suitable for them. They can work in a firm or they can do as a freelance videographer.
You're the founder of Soul Shooter, right? So tell us
Yeah.
about your company and what all you do.
Okay. Actually, Soul Shooter Media Works is a spin-off DreamSpark. I founded DreamSpark first. Okay, what we do in DreamSpark was web design, graphics, and brochures. What do you call this? All the stuffs related to media. I mean, online media, which is like Facebook ads and Google ads, all the online banners, commercial online things. So then I decided, like, since I have passion in, and at that time I was actually doing videography by myself, just alone. So I thought, why don't I just open a company for like something like a production house, a filmmaking house? So I opened Soul Shooter Media Works as a baby company from DreamSpark, which means DreamSpark is still the mother company, but Soul Shooter is a baby company spin-off from DreamSpark, which we are doing solely 3D works, VFX, videography, filmmaking, drone services, aerial services, and of course photography, editing as well.
All right. So, okay, I'm pretty sure you have worked since you have been in the industry for about 5 years. Okay,
Yeah.
something that any of your client that request that really got on your nerve, like, oh, you know what, I'm done with you, something like that, an experience.
Okay, the ones that I usually get, and until today it gets in my nerves, because some people say like, if you go through this one particular situation many times, you get used to it, right? This one situation I just cannot get used to it. Every single time gets on my nerves. Like things like, okay, there's two things, very simple. First thing, when they come to you, when they ask for your quotation, going back to the place where I say they will be asking for free jobs, they will be like, bro, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And when I ask them, okay, bro, give me an email, I'll send you my quotation. Then they will be like, oh, bro, you're charging? Are you charging for this work? Oh, come on, man. I run a big place. You do this for free for me, and we're gonna be working for long term. We all know that's a piece of, like a bull crap. It doesn't work. All they want is a one-time hit and run. Okay, this guy's gonna do for me for free, and next I'm gonna find another guy who's doing the job for me for free, and I'm gonna use the same technique to run my outlet all the time. They have this thing, so it gets on my nerve. Second thing is when they don't follow the agreement, the contract that you do. Because when we do a quotation, let's say it's a commercial job, it's a corporate video, and we will be telling them, because the price that they're paying is quite high, so we will be telling them, okay, we will be giving out the first draft at this date. We will be giving out to them milestones. So we'll be telling them, okay, this day I'll give you the first draft. You have 3 days. You can come back with me for amendments. We have 3 free amendments for you. Okay, 3 corrections. All the 3 they will be giving out. Okay, the 3 times is over. They will be still calling for the 4th time. Hey, bro, the title, right? The capital A can make it a small a. Okay, then they will be like, okay, we'll be like, okay, you know what? This is more than the 3 times. We'll be charging you for corrections. When you tell them you're charging them for correction, they will like, bro, come on, man. You just gotta go in front of the PC and just change the A to small A, and that's it, right? No, not a big deal. But what they don't see is my editor have to go in front of the PC, open the file. He have to go to the particular layer, change the layer, change the capital letter, whatever changes that they give, the smallest ever change, the minor change, and they have to render back the whole video. Rendering is a pain in the ass. It's gonna take about a whole goddamn time. Let's say your video is about 6 minutes and you are rendering in 4K because the client needs a video to be in 4K. It's gonna take like damn long time. That is the reason we are charging for a certain period of time. After a certain period of correction uh, chances, we are actually charging. These two things are the ones that really get it my nerve.
Okay, I think that's quite understandable. When you look at videography, like you said, there are a lot of individuals who do it as a hobby, and they're really good at it. I mean, I personally have few friends who do it as a hobby. They didn't study for it, but they just do it as a hobby, but they're really good at it. And then you have the other type that actually studied for it, and they might be good, then they might not be good. So how do you think that as a videographer you can always improve, the room for improvement?
Okay, studying or taking a course or degree or diploma, again, bro, is actually up to the person. Okay, and when you go and study for a degree, you spend 5 years or 4 years, because I studied, but I started off my company even before I enrolled for my degree. So I was like, when you start up something, I had the passion for it, so I started up earlier. So when you go for studying particular course of filmmaking or 3D or editing or broadcasting, some kind of courses like that, of course you will be well equipped with the knowledge theoretically, okay, which means that these universities or these colleges that we are about to enroll, they don't promise 100% that you will be equipped with the practical knowledge of going into the industry and running the show. You have no guarantee about that. And at the same time, if just now you were saying that people who do it for hobby and they are like most of them will be self-taught. YouTube will be their best teachers. So these kind of people, they will not have like uh, theoretical knowledge, very in-depth theoretical knowledge. Like as for me, most of the things that I learned was not from my university. I learned from my guide, my mentor. I learned through YouTube, and I did a lot of mistakes, trial and errors. Like self-taught people, they will have more space to do mistakes, and they can always grow. They can always grow. So, but what is the advantage of these self-taught people is they don't have to, it's not they don't have to, they won't be spending any money like 40K, 50K and 60K for their degree. But what they will be doing is they'll just get on the ground and start making mistakes and learning. And like for me, I'm truly blessed because I have this one guy, his name is Rufus. He's my Sifu. Sifu is what you call like a sensei in this industry. I met him like about 2 years ago. I think 1.5 years ago. What I'm learning from him, he's a self-taught person. He's a living example of a self-taught person in this industry. This guy is crazy. This guy is crazy. He doesn't look like what he's doing at the back. He just looks like a simple person, but he's doing works for like Mercedes-Benz, Oppo, and all those big international companies. He's doing their works as he's on project basis. He gets that kind of big gigs. And when I first met him, and until today, I mean, even until yesterday, I was having conversation with him. He was telling like, "Bro, come on, don't think that you are not equipped. Okay, you didn't study for filmmaking, but you studied for multimedia, and don't think that it is actually determining what you're doing. Go out there, try out, go take your gimbal, camera, go out, walk around, shoot, and come back and put in your PC and check what's your mistake. You don't know, just ask me, I'll help you." So there's always like room for improvement for both the people who studied for this particular course and the people that is actually self-taught and doing it as a hobby in their what do you call this, in the career, in the field.
All right. So what industry do you target mostly as a videographer, and how do you think you or any other videographer can grow in that particular industry that you're targeting?
The industry that I target mostly is nightclubs, nightlife, okay, clubs, bars, and places like that, events. Okay, second, automobile, cars, people who have cars and this motorsport and Formula One and stuff like that. And third will be modeling. This three areas is where it's niche. It's a very niche market where, because wedding videography, if you see, it's like there's a lot of people doing wedding videography. Okay, and they are doing it very good. Yes, I'm not saying they're not doing good. They're doing very good job, this wedding videography, but it's just a very competitive market out there for wedding. So for me, I just think like, rather than I compete, I mean, I spend my time to find ideas to compete with this particular uh, in this particular market where about wedding videography. I can spend my energy and my idea with my friends, with my teammates, with my partners to do videography and filmmaking for this niche market that I mentioned just now, like automobile, modeling, and corporate, nightlife. Because in these areas, there are very less people who's doing it.
Okay.
And about thinking how other videographers can grow, they just need to find their niche. Like, if let's say what they enjoy doing. Some people likes to shoot weddings. Some videographers like to shoot drones. Like my friend Rashwan, he is really good in drone. So what he does is how he started is he just started getting a drone. He crashed his first drone, of course. It's a very painful
How
memory.
expensive is the drone?
I think he crashed a Phantom 3. At that time, I think he got it for like what, 4 or 5K.
Wow.
He crashed it, and he got another one. He practiced with it, Phantom 4, and now he got a Phantom 4. He got a Mavic, if I'm not mistaken, Mavic 2. And it's not the drones that matter, but actually to whom he's shooting. He shoots aerial drone footages for movies, big movies from India, from overseas, that they come here for shooting and they need aerial. He shoots for them, like for the Tamil movie Kadaram Kondan and Kabali. He was the guy. You can actually see his name there in the movie. So this guy is not from anywhere. This guy is from Bangi.
He was part of the Kadaran Kondan team.
Yes, all the aerial shots was shot by him.
Wow, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, and he's just a dude that stays in Bangi. He's just a normal dude. So, but he started off as like, he found his niche market. That's the best part about him. Like for me, I found my niche market in nightlife, and I started going for clubs and everything. And like when I was legal to go clubs, I saw like, okay, this is a fun environment. This is a very exciting, interesting.
Sure about the legal part.
Okay, I was actually legal when I'm allowed to go to the clubs. Okay, I'm actually legal. I'm a good boy. So when I saw the fun environment, the interesting environment, I was like, okay, why don't I go into this field? So exactly at that time, I get to know MC Vibe. So Vibe actually brought me to this shoot him in the clubs, and we went to China, we went to Vietnam, and these are the places that their clubbing scene is totally different. And I'm always pushing myself to like, okay, you know what? I gotta do this. I gotta make this different than what the other nightlife videographers are doing. I mean, like, there are not many, but I'm watching their works and they are watching my work. So we can always like, okay, I can improve this. I can do this. I can do that. So being in this field actually benefit me in like things that like normal audience will not get. I'm actually privileged to actually meet rehab backstage. I'm actually privileged to meet sick individuals backstage, because when I was following to shoot Vibe at China, I met sick individuals in Malaysia. When Rehab was here for Mercedes show, I had the chance to meet him at the backstage, to shoot him personally. Like, it's not easy to get a top 100 DJ in your lens. You're just a Malaysian guy doing videography, and you get to shoot him in your lens. So that is the part where, when you find your niche market, the videographers can grow. What do you call this? How to put it in place? Okay, when you find a niche market, you can actually flow your ideas, your energy, your planning into a narrow line. Like, you don't have to focus on a wide scope of videography or filmmaking. You can actually narrow down into a small one. Like, let's say you want to focus on automobile, you can actually do research on, okay, how to shoot cars, what are confidential cars and what is JDM cars, what is JDM cars special things, what should I focus when I shoot a JDM car, what should I focus when I shoot a Conti car, you know, find the niche market and videographers can grow.
Okay, so where do you see yourself and shooter in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I planned for actually 3, and they're asking me for 5. Okay.
Maybe we can talk about the 3.
Okay. I see myself in the future is as a full-fledged production house doing commercial works for big companies like what my mentor is doing, like for Oppo, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Volvo, and like when it comes to like modeling, we are looking at the stage like pageant walks, big brands, you know, the Miss World, Miss World Malaysia, Miss World Universe, and stuff like that. I'm actually looking at that scope, and I believe I'm in the right track with the right guidance. Yeah.
Okay, good luck to you and your company on that. Okay,
Thanks,
so
bro.
now let's talk about your memories while you had shooting. So share with us your best memory and your worst.
Okay, you said share with us, bro, because 2 of the worst memory, I think you know, you were there, you during the worst memory took place. So my best memory, let's talk about the gem first. My best memory while shooting was meeting people that I don't get to meet usually in a very what do you call this you know, in easily. I mean, like you can't meet these people. Like for example, like what I said, I met Rehab, a top 100 DJ. I met sick individuals, and it's like a privilege. It's like best memory. You know, you get to shoot them. It's very good for your portfolio. It's good when you go and talk to other clients when you have these people in your portfolio. Another best memory is I get to travel a lot. I get to travel a lot. Like, and all your travel expenses is the best part is it's paid. All your travel costs is actually paid. So it's actually the like my best memory when I went to China to shoot outdoor festival in China, CCI music festival. I went to China to shoot it, and it's one of the best memory I have. In Vietnam, we shot. I had the chance to experience a whole different nightlife of what do you call this? Vietnamese people. Their nightlife is different. Their clubs are different. And the other best thing would be I get to shoot things with my direction. When the client says, "Okay, bro, I want this, and I'll be like, they will just tell what's the core things that they need. Bro, highlight my cocktail. Let's say they're doing a bar and they're launching a new drink. Okay, bro, highlight my cocktail, this drink. Okay, this night is a Chivas night. This is a Mattel night. So I'll be like, okay, I need to focus on that. I know, but how I'm going to shoot is based on my creativity. And when your client likes the work, it's actually a good memory to work with your own pace. Worst memory is asking about worst memory. Worst memory is like when when you're shooting in well, okay, once I was shooting a automobile in a car video in Subang Highway, Kasas Highway. I was actually hanging out of HRV at the booth. The booth was open, and I was literally hanging out of it with just like my friend holding my leg from the back seat of the car, and another friend is driving the car. So he's just holding my leg, and I was hanging out literally outside of the car, which is like I'm holding my gimbal, and the camera is like a few centimeters away from the road, and we are moving at the speed of 180. There is 2 cars moving at behind me. I'm shooting the cars from the cars. It's an Audi and it's an RX-8. So the scene is like the chasing scene. So I was shooting them from the front, and I have to be in front of them to shoot the front angle of the car. You get it, right? So when I was shooting that, it was all under control until the driver of my car, the car that was I was hanging out, had to put a sudden brake. Not a very bad brake. I almost slipped and fell outside. Keep in mind that an Audi at the speed of 180 was coming right behind the car. If I fell out, that the whole car could have just gone through me, you know. So that was like that just flashed in front of my eyes at that time. But thank God, like I managed to grab the bumper and the door, the hinges, and I managed to pull myself back. That's the worst memory while I was doing automobile nightlife. I have a few. I'll just tell the best of the worst memories. Like uh, you get drunk people in the club, and when you're shooting, and all of a sudden they get into a fight or something. You are holding a camera. You know, you are holding something in your hand that is worth like about like 8 to 9K or 10K, that kind of shit. And when people get into fight, all the things that you can think of is I have to save my equipment. I have to save the things. I have to. I don't care about myself. You want to whack me, no problem, man. Just don't do things to my camera. Like if I'm, let's say I'm shooting with if let's say I have my boy shooting there with me, and I am something somewhere like monitoring him or something. All I have to think of like, hey, dude, get out of that place, man. You're holding things that's like damn expensive. Get out of that place. And also when they have raid in the clubs, right? You don't want raids. Like they don't care if you're a videographer. If they have a raid in the club, all they're gonna do is they're gonna check everyone. They're gonna put everyone on hold. They're gonna be like, oh, what are you shooting? Oh, do you know this club has a VIP? And then you'll be like, oh, really? They have a VIP there? I didn't know. The manager didn't tell me. I just like I have my boys shooting and I just shot. Okay, I'll just delete the footage. Those are like the worst and best memory while shooting.
Okay, what was your best memory with me?
Oh, right. Your best memory with you. Bro, my parents might be hearing this, man.
My parents definitely hear this. So let's both of us get into trouble for this.
My best memory was shooting with you. Okay, I'll just censor some parts, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's better that way.
Yeah, okay. You know, you're the type of person that okay, you're actually a good person, but the bad thing about you is you don't let people go back, man. this thing happened in this thing happened in Dragonfly. I was there with my friends, and you know, we we're done. We're done. I mean, the shoot is done. The night was good, and even your ambassadors, all your 15, 20 ambassadors, all went back. And then there's this one guy. I think I remember his name, Kishan. You and Kishan, you both were there, and I was packing up my stuff. You were waiting, and I was like, okay, bro, you waiting for? I was like, then you're like, you. Then I was like, why? Bro, come on, man. This club's closed, and we're gonna go to track, man. Come on. I was like, no. I'm tired, bro. I'm done for the night. Let's go home. And you were like, no. I'll wait for you. You literally waited for like 30 minutes together with the bouncer, the manager. The manager is drunk. And you are like, no, bro, I'm waiting for my friend. I'm gonna bring him go to Chupitos.
I mean,
So,
all work and what I say, no play makes Jack a dull boy. So,
but Jack is already a tired boy, bro. Jack is already a tired boy. I don't know how you get that energy level, but you just had a, you just, I remember you were running the whole night, that particular night in, for now, that was Dragonfly, right? Yeah, you were running the whole night in Dragonfly. You were as you know, so you were as tired as I was. I think you were actually more tired than I was because you're managing your ambassadors at the same time. You got to take care of your clients, and you know what kind of shits they do. You know, they be like, oh bro, come on man, drink with us and stuff like that. You'll be like, no bro, I can't drink. I'm working. Then after that, I thought you'll be the first one who run to the car park, wait for the grab, and just go home. But no, you are there. Why are you waiting, bro? I'm waiting for you, bro. Let's go to Chupitos. Get your friends together and go to Chupitos. I don't know how you get that energy, man.
I mean, it's just the what I say mentality, lah. Basically, I just try to have because if you see me at work, right, I'm not the kind of guy that goes and has fun during work. But once I know, okay, I hit the target for tonight, or I know my night is going well, then I'm like, you know what, it's my time off. I'm done for the day. I'm just going to do my own thing right now. So that's where I come in. I'm like, you know what, I had a good night. Let's just have fun. Let's all have fun.
But the best memory while working with you, I mean, like for all this while, like I've worked with you for editing and post production. The good thing about this is I get this very less from clients, which is you have it. I mean, like Vibe has it, you have it. And what is it is you guys treat the, I mean, of course you guys are paying clients. For me, you are actually paying clients. But what you guys do is once the work is done, you're not like, okay bro, the work is done, okay bro, I'll see you when the work is done, when you're done with the video and can send me over, thank you bro, and you go on and have fun with your uh, friends. You're not that type. You'll be like and even wife and you, like, you'll be like, bro, you know what, you're done with the work, right? Okay, pack up, let's have fun. You know, yeah, that is what where you go an extra mile to being from a normal client to a better client. So, I mean, I'm not saying all the clients have to do it. You gotta treat your videographers good. You gotta treat your videographers with all these things. You don't have to. You are a paying client, but when you go that extra mile and you treat people good, me and like my team, when we are doing editing or when we are doing shooting and stuff, we will feel like, okay, this guy, you know what, he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. Okay, you know what, there's no problem going an extra mile for him. This guy is good. So that part, I really had fun all this while shooting with you, and cheers for more work together.
Definitely. Looking at the videographers today, like you said, I had a very similar situation in my industry that I work in when it comes to events and all that. Is that
Huh?
you have the new babies that is coming in and they go for a deal that's way lower than what we ask, right? So example,
Yeah,
me being in the industry for a while, I have my way of pricing, right? I mean,
yeah,
just because someone else is, because my competitor is going at a lower price doesn't mean I have to go at that range. I mean, that's
yeah,
definitely not how I work. So I totally understand, when you said that, you know what, there are people who charge $100, 200 ringgit, and that's where I lose my client. So that's, I mean,
yeah,
very simple for me, how I see it. I'm like, you know what, there's a new baby coming in, he's going to over promise and he's charging less. Obviously the client is going to take, let's say, I'm going to run a restaurant. Tell them, you know what, I'm going to charge you this much and this is my amount. I ask them for full figures, but then another client, another team comes in and goes like, you know what, no, we'll charge you 3 digits. We're below $1,000 and we'll do it for this much. But I mean, I'm not underestimating any companies or anything, but
yeah,
the minute you come and do it and you don't deliver, right? That's when the client itself, they go like, oh, you know what? All these promoters, all these marketing guys, they're all the same. They're all just scammers. I mean,
yeah,
that's how they say it. So
yeah. They
that's why
stereotype people.
exactly. So that's why, for me, regardless of who the client is, I'll be straight up. I mean, I have nothing to fear, so I don't care who the client is. I have my way of working. I go like, you know what, this is my standard price. This is how much I charge. So you want me, you want what I want bring to the table. This is what I need to be paid. If there's someone else who's going to charge you cheaper, someone else who's going to come and tell you over promise, or maybe they can deliver, maybe they can not deliver. It's not my rice bowl. So basically, for my rice bowl, this is how much I want. You're willing to pay, I come do the job, we are done.
Right,
So
right.
I think as a videographer, especially in KL nightlife, I feel like it's the same thing. A lot of
You told me when I first approached you just through the message and everything. Actually, you intro to be my friend. So what I did was when I messaged you in WhatsApp and saying like, you know what, bro, you're doing events and stuff like that. Let's meet up. Let's see what we can work together. And you're like, the first time when I met you, you were like, okay, bro. Actually, I saw your videos. Your videos are good and stuff like that. But the first time when I worked with you, you mentioned we actually like spoke about this one particular person that is doing what do you call this videography, and he's charging low. And I was like, I asked this question straight to you. I remember I was like, bro, this guy's doing for cheap, and I know you know this guy. Why don't you take him, bro? I mean, why would you want to take more money out of your pocket and pay me because I'm charging you higher than what he's charging, way higher than what he's charging. So why would you want to choose me and not him? I'm not like trying to spoil my own market, but I'm just curious. So I just asked you straight. I was like, from a friend to friend, I just asked you like, why would you want to do that, man? You can save the extra money that you want to pay me. You can actually take that guy up. But what you answered was a very what do you call this good answer, where you said, bro, come on, I can compare the works. If I'm paying you this money, I know I'm gonna get back the quality that I'm paying the money for. How much I'm paying, that's the quality I'm going to get. So, and you told me that you don't go for the price, you go for the quality. If the quality is good, you don't mind paying the money because you know at the end of the day, the ROI is going to come back. The return of investment is there. People are going to watch your videos, Infinity's video, and they're going to be like, okay, these guys pull up a good night, a great night. You can have fun when you party with them. You know, that's the part that I realized when working with you.
Thank you, bro. Hoping for more collaboration together. I mean,
I want to work more, but just I hope this whole MCO thing is over and the clubs could be open back.
I mean, everyone right now, the only message I get, I mean, I get a lot of messages. The only message, most of them are like, bro, when is MCO over, bro? I'm like, bro, I am not the government, man. I have no idea. Everyone goes like, bro, when is the next event? When are you going to do a next event? I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's I mean, everyone is just complicated. So, I mean, not something we can have control over. But the best thing we can do is make use of this time, learn new skills coming up. I mean, like,
exactly.
That is how I started this whole podcast thing.
Yeah, actually, I got shocked. Like, all of a sudden, I just woke up one morning and I saw like you posting podcasts, and I was like, Sizan? Because as far as I know, and I know nobody can deny this, even your own ambassadors, your family, your friends, you have a very low level of voice.
I mean, I can be very honest. I don't deny it.
Yeah, okay. You speak very, very softly. So like for a person that speaks in a very low tone, and I mean, I've never seen you talking in a high voice. I don't want to see you speaking in a high voice, but for a person like that starting up something, and I listened to your first podcast where you said this MCO actually gave you the guts to actually start this podcast. I was very happy. For you. Then I saw like 2-3 contents coming up. I was like, okay, this guy has a plan. Right, nice. You know, actually making use of this whole MCO stuck in the house. That's a good one, bro. Podcast.
Thank you, bro. Let's. I think it's just making use of time, learning new things. I'm pretty sure you would have learned a thing or two. Maybe it's a good thing that the MCO came in. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know how to say it, but I'm definitely sure that if we all use the time properly, made use of the time, we would have learned a thing or two. So me, I'm not a guy who edits stuff. Not my thing. I can't sit in I mean, yes, I can sit on my laptop, do my proposal, do my marketing, whatever it is, but I'm not the kind of guy that listens to 1 hour audio of myself especially, and then me talking to another person, me copying that. Okay, you know what, I have to edit it. So the minute I edit it, I have to listen again to it. Okay, I'm like, you know what, the music coming in at the right time, is my voice okay, is my voice clear, is the other person's voice clear, do all that.
Welcome to our editing world, bro. I think soon you can join us in the team.
Like, it's new, but I find it very interesting. So I'm like, yeah, why not? Let me keep doing this. So that's all for today. Thank you for sharing the insights of being a videographer, especially in KL. Wish you all the best from myself.
Thanks a lot for bringing me on board, MUGSHOT. It's really an honor for me. Actually, I call it an honor because I've seen your previous your guests that you're interviewing, and they're quite well established, and I'm happy to be part of this one, and I'm happy to be part of working for the visuals as well for you, because this is my personal idea, and so, this is my personal idea.
So just putting it out there. So if you all have seen my YouTube, my new YouTube channel, all the visuals are done by Yuga. So he's the man behind all the visuals. I have no idea of visuals here. So I'm just the guy who uploads it on Spotify and all that. So he's the one who.
We just want to create something that is engaging for the people that's listening out there.
So thank you for everything, bro. So I hope you make use of this whole MCO, since we extended till June 9th.
Yeah, they told us today. I think, but the MCO is like MCO conditional, right?
Yeah.
So I think we can just meet up for a mama or something.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's only 2 people in a table, and
I don't think so. I can come as just one person.
Yeah. So when we go out, you know how it is. So you're
Yes.
telling me when I go out, I'm gonna have like at least 15 of my friends there or my ambassadors. And you, your friends, I don't think it's the best time to go out, but let's hope
Yeah.
for the best.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, bro.
Thank you, thank you. And that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you did enjoy the episode, do share it with your friends and family. I'll be putting out more content every Sundays starting from this week. So do tune in, and yeah, do follow my YouTube page. See you soon.